Alright everyone, I need a little bit of calming music to soothe me after watching a video in which a group of Christians talked about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge as being potentially full of symbology and some sort of a test by the global elites to see what kind of stupid things they could get the average citizen to perform, what kind of silly stunts they could perform. Spend a bunch of time mocking people for doing the Ice Bucket Challenge and even critiquing Lady Gaga's look in her video where she did the Ice Bucket Challenge. And that's all bad enough. I mean, you know, I kind of think if you're going to talk about global elites manipulating people, you should have something to point to. I mean, I don't know, maybe they are, right? But you should have something, I think, kind of think. But what bothered me most about that entire video is that they didn't mention the sufferers of ALS. Now, they didn't take enough time to do any research into the disease that they're speaking of before doing this video, and I think that speaks a little bit towards this. They said something about it being another one of these mystery diseases, a four-letter word, you know, a four-letter acronym or whatever. Well, it's three, just for the record. It's ALS. It's amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a neurodegenerative disease, and it's not so trivial as the rest of the video was to the people that have it. It's essentially becoming slowly trapped as a prisoner in your own body, unable to do even the most basic of functions. It is a fate that none of us would wish, hopefully, on our worst enemy. It is a terrible, terrible, terrible disease. And the fact that they didn't mention the sufferers of this at all in their little discussion where they talked about it being some sort of an affront to baptism, that people would douse themselves in water, and that but at the same time, it's fraught with symbology related to death, because being cold is like being dead, I guess. And then being doused with this water and having your brain sort of cold for like a split second is fraught with all kinds of symbology. So I'm hopefully here to be the voice of reason. Of course, all the people who are going to agree with me are already being reasonable. And the people from that hangout are probably going to remain unreasonable. I would invite them to check out the water on this side. It's just fine. So it only takes a couple of really quick Google searches to find out what's going on with this stuff. Google is your friend in this case. Not always, probably, but in this case. They have raised some $88 million this year as compared to 2.6 million for the same period the year prior. So it has actually worked quite well. Again, ALS is a neurological disorder. It's degenerative. It's irreversible. It's not curable at the moment, and it's something that, you know, for the people who have it, I assure you, it's not quite so trivial. When it comes to the different fundraising campaigns, there's a few things that people learned a long time ago. Just announcing to the world, hey, there's a problem here, people need your help, please donate, is not that effective. We are social creatures. What gets people out and about and donating and gets focus on a cause is some sort of an event. It's been known for a long time. There's nothing new under the sun. Quite often, you know, while it may not be known exactly where the Ice Bucket Challenge originated, it clearly has its roots in like polar bear swims for charity, right? Where a community gathers together and they all run into freezing cold water to raise money for some charity. I mean, here locally, and I'm sure they have them probably wherever you are, they have MS walks for Multiple Sclerosis Society. Is this fraught with some kind of strange symbology? Everybody's walking. Where are they walking to? Is it the global elite having us walk like lemmings off a cliff? You know? No, it's something that people can participate in, right? As a group that gets people out of their houses, gets people rallied together for a cause to raise money, and it works. So while you guys are talking about Lady Gaga, look at her position, look at her posture, look at the chair, look at the bucket. These things are all so strange. While you're doing that, she's raising arguably, possibly millions of dollars for the sufferers of ALS. And she's a performer. So she's going to perform. It's really quite silly. So I hope you guys will think about that for just a moment. And here's a tip. You don't have to douse yourself with water. I thought about this a while back. I thought, you know, eventually somebody may nominate me or tag me in this. And I'm not going to douse myself with water. Now, partially, I have the luxury of not dousing myself with water because so many people have done it already. My doing it or not doing it is not likely to add or subtract really from the campaign itself. I just don't do what everybody else does, and it's not something I feel like doing. Will I donate in lieu of? Yeah, probably. I may not even donate to ALS. I may actually take the money I would have donated to ALS and donate it to another charity that I feel worthwhile. I may feel that ALS is getting a good share of money this year. Let's not, let's not do to ALS, do to other diseases what maybe has been done to ALS for a number of years, and that's leave it, sort of in the shadows. So I might find another charity to donate to. But the whole point is you don't have to be a lemming, but you know what you could do? You guys could donate. You don't even have to donate to ALS. Donate to another one of these terrible diseases that takes people away from their lives and robs people of their dignity and their ability to pursue their own passions. I think that would be probably the right thing to do, instead of ruminating over symbology and the New World Order. Because at the end of the day, what any given movement has as its impetus is nowhere near as important as what any given movement has in the numbers. And clearly, this particular movement, in the numbers and the vast number of people that are doing this Ice Bucket Challenge and raising money, what they have in mind is to do a good thing for people who are living an existence that most of us can't even imagine in our worst nightmares. So, can you think about that just a little bit? Thanks for watching.